Hi, everybody. It's been a while. It's
I,
Dave
I
and I
think
from the Knife Nuts podcast.
I think we're live.
You think what?
Uh,
You think we're
there we
live?
go. Yes, we
Yeah, no
we
one's
have
going to know
appeared.
that we're live. No one's going
Yeah,
to know that we're live or anything. This is pretty impromptu, but we wanted to get something out. I had a lot of stuff I wanted to touch on. Um, Maybe we'll go over like the new Spyderco releases or something as a bonus
yeah.
because
There's a few things to go
it's a
over.
lot.
So
It's going to be a lot of ad stuff in this. Uh,
just 45 minutes of shilling.
yeah, I'm going to chill for a little bit. I know we haven't been around for a while. I've been very busy. Brian's been very busy. You've been very busy. Jake's been busy. No.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
Jake's always busy
So,
with something, but
right. I'm sure he's keeping himself occupied. Um, but I do want to do a full episode with
mm,
everybody. And you and I think if you've got some time next week after Blade Show West, we're going to sit down with Tactile Turn, Tactile Knife Co. again, go over some stuff what they're doing, which I
cool.
think is pretty cool because they've been progressing quite quickly.
Yes,
So we'll have that and a full episode coming in the next week or so. So we'll make up for some time.
and we'll
Uh,
just bump Tim Reeve again,
Tim,
endlessly bumping Tim.
well, I think what'll happen is maybe we can get Tim on the full episode. I got to see where he's at, um,
Yeah,
and if he's available, we'll do that. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yep.
Um, but I want to go over a couple things that I have going on and what I've been busy working on. First off, thank you to everybody who picked up a set of Furious Fuchsia inlays for your Apex. There are about 20 sets left out of the 100. I expect those to disappear within the week or so. Um, Nick Shabazz is going to do a disassembly video and show you guys how to install them properly. Also, I believe Advanced Knife Bro will have a set and kind of show them off again to you. If you guys have been on the fence, you can take a look at their videos. Probably coming up within the week or so. These will ship next week. I had to wait for these. Shipping these is way more complicated than shipping a knife. Um, they're small, anodized aluminum things. I want to make sure they don't bang into each other. I want to I had to have, boxes sent to me. I was trying to figure out the best way to ship them, and it's just going to take a lot of time for me to go through and individually wrap each one, fold each box, and get everything printed and sent out. So that's going to happen over the next week or so. So
I thought you were just gonna
next week.
throw him in a padded envelope and fire him off.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that because
Yeah,
if they get through a machine or something, they might get bent. I don't want anything like that to happen to them.
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
So
aluminum is not. I mean, aluminum's durable, but
yeah,
it's
and
not steel.
no, and they cost more to ship than a knife. So it's like, it's just this whole thing. So
Hustling in reverse is the Knife Nuts podcast story.
that's exactly right. So, it's just one of those things that takes some time. But once you get them, they'll be perfect. The color is outstanding. Like it pops so much in sunlight, in low light. You have, and it's just this gamut of purple and fuchsia. It's really, really cool. So I'm
Yeah,
excited for people to get their hands on those.
I'm
Um,
excited personally.
yeah.
I
So
was
I
somewhat
sent
regretting the red inlay, and then these existed, and I was like, "Ooh, okay, I can get rid of my
because you
red
got you
inlay
got the
now."
you got the black, right? The
Yeah,
black
the black
frame.
with the red
Yeah,
inlay, which is
red.
neat, but it's a little too much. And I was sort of regretting it and wishing I'd gone with the silver one. But now with black with the purple, I'm all
Uh,
for it.
that's my favorite combo. It looks great with the gray frames too, but
Hmm.
for me, the purple and black is really cool. Um, yeah, so that those will all be going out. Just bear with me. If you ordered multiple sets, I'm gonna have to put them in a find some way to do it. They might all fit in the little boxes, but I'm still working on that too. But for for Dave, Nick, and Mark, Advanced Knife Bro, I sort of taped them to the inside of a
It's fine.
small flat rate box, which is not practical for me to do 100 of them, but
Right?
that's how you guys got them because I wanted people to see them on online and get a disassembly video going so people are more comfortable doing them. They're all threaded, so they all screw in from the back. It was this is something that was planned out between Brian and I
I'll be
from
honest.
from the beginning.
When I first got the knife, I didn't bother to like look on the inside. I'm not a big knife take apart person,
Right.
and I assumed they were press fit. And I was like, "How are we going to get these out?" And then yeah, they're just threaded from the
Yeah.
inside,
No.
blind screws.
This would be an impossible task if
Yeah, if they were
otherwise.
press fit,
Yeah. No.
I, I I was worried that was a thing, and I was like, this is going to be
So
fun watching people
the
mangle their knives.
so this is also another way to get more K&P edition stuff into more people's hands because doing a full K&P Apex was not in the cards, and this
Hmm.
was a really good thing. Although people have told me, come to me saying, "Oh, I heard people backed out of the K&P Apex." I was like, "This is news to me because a K&P Apex does not exist."
Yeah, I mean
So
the Apex was already difficult enough for Brian. This was probably one of the most. Besides the mini Tempest and the carbon fiber situation, the Apex
that
was
was
pretty
the Apex just took
was
a long time.
yeah. Yeah, I guess it wasn't as big of a shit show.
Everything
It just took a long time.
let me tell you this, because I still have a project I've got going with Riot,
Hmm.
and it's like just trying to get a hold of someone. Their U.S. rep is actually really cool. I talked to him, but I'm sure Mr. Dang is pretty busy at the moment, so trying to get some leeway on that. You just got to hear from work on their schedule.
Yeah. Uh, good thing there's a lot of other very good OEMs out there. I mean, none in Riot is still probably number one, but boy, did they seem busy. I feel like I heard something similar about this recently
Yeah,
with Riot.
and it's
Just
I think it's all of them right now. So
mm,
everybody's getting in because everybody has a knife.
that's true. Everybody does have a knife.
Yes, the napkin knives. The napkin knives are coming.
The Harry Potter of knives, just written on someone drew a thing on a napkin, and then the Chinese OEMs turned it into a perfect knife.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what happens.
yeah,
100%.
yep.
There's so many of them. And you know what was funny? One of the things at Blade Show that I found amusing was one of the things that all the napkins had Riot branding on them. So I
Classic.
thought that was very, very funny. So I kept some Riot napkins.
Start doodling bad knife designs
Hmm.
on the napkin. Yeah, not a bad
The
idea.
the as far as other KMP edition stuff goes, the KMP Raidens should
Oh,
be
those are far back.
here. Should be here. Yeah, that don't even bother. Oh no,
Yeah,
that's a Lerman. Yeah, I wouldn't even bother because it's gonna
it's
take a
far.
long
That
time.
was a while ago.
But those should start shipping within the next month or so.
And those are like the
So
fanciest KMP edition we've done, right? That's got the Zerkatai pocket clip
yeah,
and pivot inlay.
yeah, that
Those are serious.
that's a serious knife. And there weren't many of them because it was a new designer, new brand. We didn't know how that was gonna go. Um, Now there will be a KMP edition of the Voodoo, which is
The newer
Sean's
knife that he has,
the
right?
newer knife, yeah. And I
Oh, that's
cannot wait to show you what this is going to be because the way that Sean and I had planned this, and we had so much fun figuring this out. It's going to be there's going to be a duo of editions. He's going to have a limited edition run, and I'm going to have a limited edition run, and the two are going to complement each other so beautifully that um, it's a problem because people are probably going to want to have one of each. Um, I'm not going to talk about it yet, but um, it's pretty cool.
nice.
Yeah,
The,
I don't. Did I ever show you the render, Dave? I don't think I
yeah,
did.
I have not seen the render for this.
Here, let me. I'm gonna send you a DM so you're in on the thing real quick, but don't tell
Okay,
anybody yet.
make sure I do not put this render up on the live stream.
Yeah, don't put the render up
I
on
will
the
check
live
it from
stream.
my phone. Um, I'll be is it the blade shape that's just different? I'm gonna be
No,
honest. I'm trying to
n-
remember the Raiden and the differences here with the Voodoo.
they're completely different knives.
Okay,
They're very different knives. Yeah.
they
The
looked very similar to me, but I also haven't looked
uh
at the Raiden in a long time.
yeah, the Raiden's like a drop point.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, with no bolster. Hold on. So
Okay, there we go. I already forgot that.
Man, I got to go back in my things to find the render, but I did post a teaser of it for the patrons uh, a few weeks ago. But literally just I didn't even tell them what it was. I just showed a piece of it.
Random rendering of something.
Yes. All
All
right.
right, well that's
I'm
cool.
sending you the render.
Oh,
So
that does
these
look nice.
and that will be the theme.
Oh, neat. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
people
thought
probably want this.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
that's fun.
they'll be
It's not purple.
it's
We'll
not
just say
purple.
that.
It is
There we
not
go.
purple. But it's got some cool materials and there's a little bit of Zerk in there and some
Okay.
other cool stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so these are going to be on the expensive side again in
Exp-
terms of
ex-
KMP editions.
I think they'll be expensive, but they might be cheaper than I don't know. They might be less expensive
Yeah. If
than the
Damasteel
previous.
isn't involved, then it'll probably be cheaper because that
Yeah,
is a huge cost.
yeah. There's no Mokutai or anything on it. But I tried to incorporate it, but I didn't like the way it was going to turn out.
And there's only
So
so much you can do with it.
so there'll be some cool materials though for sure.
Okay.
And the theme will be fun.
Yeah.
So look for that. That might be the end of the month or early November. It depends on when Sean wants to do it. So
All right.
I have to figure out because the Voodoo launch is what in the end of the month or something like that.
Let's see. Probably. That sounds familiar.
And as always, they will be available. I don't know how many they're going to be yet. I haven't sat down and nailed that yet.
October
Um,
27th, he's starting the pre-order.
yeah, so I imagine the KMP edition will be afterward. So
Okay.
look for that in November at some point. Um, yeah, that'll be cool. I don't know how many there'll be, but as usual, patrons will get first dibs on those. I hope I can get one.
Yeah.
Um,
We're
they're
doing
very
this
very cool.
wrong if you don't get one.
Yeah, seriously. There are a couple of knives that I want on the KMP import page on knifenutspodcast.com. The first batch of Arcona Barons, which was a collaboration between Ivan Braganitz and Gustavo Cecchini, GTC knives. Um, Really amazing knife. I got the first batch of these in, and I was blown away. I knew they were going to be good, but they are. I mean, in terms we talked about manufacturing, these are finer than even some Riots. I would say that they're on par with Riot. In some cases, I say they surpass them. Just really really fine machining. Even the edge is beautifully done on these. They're full titanium. They feature GTC's inter frame lock. People cannot figure out. Look at this, and they're like, I don't know what's going on here. It's not that difficult to figure out. So the frame lock is actually cut on the inner portion of the lock side, and then the insert is attached to that.
Yeah.
So
So
what
it looks like a liner lock, but it's part of the frame.
it's a frame lock, sure.
Yeah.
It's just instead of being cut fully, it's cut on the inside.
Yep.
I think Brian even attempted something like this with the Cyclone back in the day. So
That sounds familiar that he was
yeah,
trying. Yeah, he tried to do some kind of
yeah,
lock like this.
yes. So I got to tell you, the action is phenomenal. Everything on these is great. And as of now, I'm the only way you can actually get them. Certainly in the United States. If you, I don't normally do European or international orders, but if you live internationally and you want one of these, DM me on Instagram and we can work something out. I've done it for a couple people. I don't want to get into too much international shipping. Um,
Shipping from the US to anywhere that is not the US is brutal. How
it's
expensive it
brutal.
is. It's crazy.
It's expensive and it's a crapshoot sometimes. So
Yeah.
it's not something I really want to get into, but I can work with you on a case by case basis if you're willing to cover shipping, and you take full
I
responsibility
mean, the Priority
after.
Mail International small flat rate box, I think starts at 40 something dollars.
Yeah, it's
So,
$40.
sorry, Europeans and Brits
And
and
you can
UK
you
people
can
and anyone else.
you can
It's
you
expensive.
can you can do first class, and that's $30. So it's it's up
Jesus.
it's up to you. But if you want one of these, DM me soon, and we'll get them for you. Metal Complex has one of these coming, so you'll have I'm sure you'll have a detailed view of it at some point. If not, you can go to my Instagram. I have them on there. You can see them in all their glory. I love them. I think they're incredible. I was blown away by these.
I think
Um,
they look really nice. I like
yep,
them.
yeah. They're not cheap, but they're not crazy priced either
So,
for
are
what
the
you're getting here.
Arcona knives made by the same people who make the crystal knives
Yep,
in terms of the factory? Okay. All
that
right.
is
Well,
correct.
yeah, I was gonna say because I have two of those, and they're really good.
Yeah. So everybody always asks, who's the OEM? And it's actually very cool because Ivan's been doing this a long time, and because of where he is, in the Ukraine, he is set up with his own Chinese OEM. So he has had this going on for quite some time, and it, it it it's very cool. You have full control over how these are produced and made, and getting them imported is actually quite a difficult task because I have to deal directly with China, because I cannot send funds or work out shipping from the Ukraine.
This is
So
just a real quagmire of geopolitics right now.
it's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is, and I can't. That's why I stopped bringing in the crystal knives because the cost for them
Yeah.
to if I were to bring them here after Russia gets them to China, or I get them from the manufacturer, the cost is insane.
And then you end up on a Department of Homeland Security list because you're
That's
importing
correct.
stuff from Russia. So
That is
like,
correct.
woo boy.
So for those of you who are wondering if those other crystal knives are coming at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But
Yeah.
these are freaking awesome. So, and these are the same OEM, and I think they're better designs personally. They're the stronger of Ivan's designs. The other model, which I just got two of the samples, I have some customer orders, but I have very few customer orders. I think there were only 9, for uh, the Jerry, not this one
Oh
yet.
nope.
Go,
All right.
not that one.
I thought I was getting ahead of myself. I thought it was
My
the.
my last post.
Oh, okay. That one.
Yeah.
Ah.
So
Okay.
these are a limited edition of what Ivan calls the Jerry, which is funny because my mom's name is Geraldine and she goes by Jerry with a G, which is pretty funny. Um, these are awesome. I just got these yesterday and just started spending some time with them. These limited edition ones have titanium liners, titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip. They use K110 steel, so there's a cheaper version that uses this same steel. But the real star of the show here is these Raffir inlays. So
Oh, okay. I
there's
was gonna say, what the hell is this? It looks like Rafir Noble.
it is Raffir Noble, and there's the Noble pattern and there's the Wasp pattern. But these are what they call the Raffir Noble Uranium, Raffir Uranium. So they actually glow in the dark, and this material looks incredible in person. There's the composite is sort of held together with copper, and there's a copper
Yeah.
vein
Let's
that
see if I
runs
can
through the
zoom in
whole.
enough for people to understand. There's some Spydercos that use this.
Yeah, yeah. There's been a couple knives. Even Brian, I think, built a dagger with with this material in it. But it is super nice. It feels very, very premium. Does not feel cheap. Um, and these are finished just as nicely as the Baran. And they're significantly less expensive at like 185 including shipping. So, what's happening is I know I have custom orders of these, but they won't let them leave their factory with that few in the box. So,
uh,
because the shipping is actually crazy expensive too.
yeah.
So they're sitting there waiting to ship, and I have these ready to go. I imagine I'll start shipping them. They'll start shipping to me within another week or two. So if you've got one of these, if you ordered one of these, I know it's been a little bit, but you'll get them. They're gonna come. That just they won't ship them out with 9 knives in the box. So once some of the orders for the second batch of the Baran go up as well, I should have enough to get these on their way to me. Um, my pick of them is the satin with the wasp pattern. I actually like that bubbly looking one more than
That one
the
is
noble.
not for me. I think I like the other one better.
Yeah, it's really, one way or the other. Like they both look cool, but I actually like the bubbly one,
Yeah,
which is
Refuta.
which is
This is
awesome.
interesting. I haven't seen this stuff in a while. Spyderco did that one, I think, Chaparral, if I remember
Yep.
correctly.
That
And
wasn't the uranium one though.
no, it was not glow in the dark stuff.
Right.
Um, yeah, I remember they did this. This probably is a better image of. This is not the same one, but in terms of showing off the copper
Yeah, that's
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 in
a
there,
Raffir Noble.
it's
Hmm.
yeah, like it's pretty cool stuff.
It is very
Uh,
cool.
it's like carbo quartz, but probably rarer at this point. I think
I
less
think
people
it
have
might
used.
be, and I
Yeah,
really like the material. I kind of want to use it on a KMP edition at some point.
I had totally forgotten about it until you just said that these had it.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to. And what's nice is, a lot of them have that really glossy, polished texture, which I
Mhm.
think makes it feel more plasticky. These have like a light texture to them. So the way they're machined and finished is really nice, almost like they're bead blasted.
Nice.
Yeah, very,
Yeah,
very,
yeah. I can
very,
look
very
at
cool.
the Spyderco one in certain lights. It does not look great when it's highly polished. But yeah, I think the more matte finish should help not make it so reflective, which sometimes screams cheap when a plastic is reflective. So I think that was a smart move.
It says delivery on this one is estimated to 4 to 8 weeks. I would say it's probably more like 8 to 10 at this point, maybe a little less. I like to under promise and over deliver. Things are just moving so slowly. Like it took
Things are
forever for the Buran to get to me.
Yeah, I mean, this is not an exclusively a problem for us. I mean, this is a problem for anyone who's having knives made anywhere. I mean, actually, even domestic knives. Look at Spyderco. They haven't come out with a new. I'm not Spyderco. Look at ZT. They haven't come out with a new knife in years. Yeah, even domestic production is a little backed up
Yeah,
for some
and
companies.
likewise, like these were in the cards for a while, and I can't remember, was it February? I took deposits on an exclusive build I did with Ivan, which is the M390 carbon fiber version of the Nettle F.
Hmm. Which you
Those
have
are
a
getting. I have a just a
post on
factory
these.
photo of just like a test build.
Hmm.
Um, that's just with some crappy screws that were laying around. But you see the carbon fiber. We went with like a more marbled look, which I think looks incredible on there. The bead blast, the actual stonewash finish will be more like a Chris Reeve style stonewash on the blade, and there will be titanium blurple backspacers on these.
Oh, neat.
So some color and some pop
Yeah.
on these will really really set them off. But they are way more premium, and they're titanium liner stuff like
Yep.
that. So stuff that's not on the standard one.
Yeah.
Um, Once I know these are shipping, everybody who had a deposit, I'll send an email to. You guys got a good deal. Who did the deposit on these? So you're getting them from like $200 even, which is pretty good, and you already put $100 deposit, which is pretty good. I will
Mhm.
I'll have the rest up after I know what's going on.
Yeah.
But these are turning out pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
They look good. I mean, the regular version was great, so I can't
Yeah.
imagine. I can only imagine it can go up from there. So
Yes. I'm looking forward to them.
cool.
The other thing I wanted to plug before we start getting into something, like I said, this is just a state of the union sort
Just
of
shill.
situation. Yeah, I'm just shilling. Is the merch on the Teespring store. I'm wearing the purple and light blue crew neck sweatshirt. But I released a. What I want to do is do a different color each month, and this is the only month where we're going to have two colors because one for Halloween slash fall, and the other one for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Mhm.
So I have products, an equal amount of products for each of those styles available in the Teespring store. Um, you can use free fall as it's all caps as a coupon code and get free shipping. That's meant strictly for um, the orange pumpkin spice versions,
Let me find those.
but I believe it still does work on the breast cancer awareness ones. It just cuts into the profit that I would be donating. So anything purchased, if you purchase one of the pink breast cancer awareness stuff, all the profits go towards breast cancer research and charities. So that's just some little thing. But they're not just recolors of the same patterns either. I actually sit down and go through and do each of the colors individually. So they're
Yeah, it's not a
airbrushed.
single color. Yeah, just to
It's
be
not a
clear,
single. It's
it's
not a single color, and it's not a single pattern. It's not like I
yeah,
change the hue. I sit there and repaint each one for a different
yeah,
color.
yeah. We didn't just use Microsoft Paint, get the paint bucket tool, and then just
No,
change the
no.
solid color.
There's texture and like more than 20 colors in each of the patterns. So can't really see it there, but they are. Once you get them, you see how deep the color palette goes. It's pretty cool. Um, the pumpkin spice ones turned out pretty good. So I sit here and I paint each one, each color, and try to give a lot more depth to the illustration.
It's neat.
That's the whole idea there.
Very
I do
cool.
want to work on some new illustrations too, but it's
You know what logo we haven't used in a long time? The Christopher
you know what's so
Spez.
weird? He tagged me in something yesterday about a knife show in I think in Poland.
Yeah, we haven't used this one in a while. That one could. I mean, I get why you use the who did this? Defame, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more stuff to color, but
Yeah, it's just more of
there's a lot of good
it's
ones back
it's
in
more
the
of a graphic, you know? Like
yeah.
it's much more of a detailed design.
I need the
Um
pumpkin spice china. Sure.
oh, that could work.
God, I forgot about these.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, they're wow. Yes. But if you have products that are on, if there's products on Teespring that you would like to see show up on the store, I can make that happen. For example, I can get some of the products are available in much larger sizes. So I know for our our larger Knife Nuts fans, they may want something a little bigger. Most of the products go up to 3X, and that's basically just because that's what I wear. So
Cool.
so there's that.
Yeah, feel free to buy
I
merch.
did Apple Watch bands. Did you see that?
I, do the bands fit the Ultra? No, they don't. See,
Yes,
they don't have an Ultra. Oh,
yes
do
they
they?
do. The 42
Okay.
millimeter is the same as the 44, 45, and 49. So if you
Okay.
have an Apple Watch Ultra, you can buy the 42 millimeter,
If you're
and
like
that
one
will
of well, however many people have them at this point.
yeah, quite a few. I don't know. I went into Pep Boys to get some oil additive, and the old guy at the counter was wearing an Apple Watch Ultra.
So
And I was
it's a
like,
big boy.
it's a big boy. It is a big
It's a
boy.
Pip
I'm
Boy.
wearing it right now. Oh,
It's
it's the first Apple Watch I've had since the Series 3, and I'm actually enjoying it.
wow. All right.
Um, yeah. But in terms of knife stuff, I've gotten some cool stuff in, but the end of the week I'll have the the collab between Elijah and um Israel from
Oh yes.
Arcane Design,
Yes.
and it's probably the last. I think it's the last collab with Elijah. I don't know what other designs he might have had in the pipeline with some other companies. I don't
Mhm.
think there were many. But I should have one of them coming. I was looking forward to it for quite some time.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I mean I don't know who knows if he had other drawings sitting around. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you're probably right that this is the
if
last.
there were, I can't imagine that we're ever going to see them,
Yeah,
which is sad.
exactly.
Uh,
All right,
It
it's in
was
here somewhere.
it's a ways back, I believe.
Yeah,
You know what? He may not have ever really shown it because he did it as like a like you buy this buy this box or whatever,
and you got an
and
NFT of the knife.
you got an NFT of the knife. I think you actually did,
Yeah.
and like or some drawings of it or whatever. Um, the
What was the name
plexus,
of?
the
It's the
plexus.
Plexus. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any.
Yeah.
There's
But you'll
photos
see it.
somewhere. He posts a
You'll see
lot,
it.
so
You'll see it at the end of the week or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it. I handled the prototypes, so that was very cool. Something I want to talk about is Hawk knives. So I'm really excited about this, honestly. So these are going to be. It's such a Hawk thing, is it not? It's like the most Hawk thing ever. It
Yeah.
has it has the same lock as the. It's a tie lock, is what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I. uh, okay, continue. I'll give my thoughts afterwards.
So it's a flipper. It actually flips open, and it takes replaceable blades. And these are going to be made by Hawk. Like it's not like a they didn't, they're making them there. And they're going to be in the 400, 475 range, I think. Which I mean, for a Hawk product, that's cheap.
Yeah, sure. That's
So
true.
I'm
I'm not denying that.
right. I mean, I think they'll sell every single one of these, and it may not be for your taste, but most Hawk stuff isn't. Like the most mainstream thing they've ever done is the deadlock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
I mean,
So I
it's
think
neat.
this will be incredibly useful. I think
I
whoever gets this is going to carry it all the freaking time, and myself included, because I think one of those prototypes is mine.
I have a blanket policy about being skeptical of in-demand knife makers making utility blade knives. So I just
Yes.
have to apply that here and be
Oh,
like, nope, not for me. But
but you got to admit, at least it's got moving parts. It's not just like just a straight razor holder. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I mean,
'Cause-
like Surge's the slip joint one that he has
yeah.
is pretty great, and he gave us those, and
Mhm.
my dad actually finds it pretty useful. I will agree. I like that one, the slip joint one. Those are also like half the price of this, but I don't know. It's Hawk, yeah. I mean, who else? Who else are you going to pay to make a crazy spine lock thing?
I think this is
Utility
going to be.
flipper.
I think what's going to happen is people are going to end up loving this once they
Yeah,
get their hands on one, and it's just one of those things. Does it look conventionally good, like pretty? No. Does it look like something that would be really freaking useful? Absolutely.
yeah. You know what? They've earned so much goodwill because people like finally appreciate the tie lock. I mean, I guess Nick Shabazz had been on the tie lock soapbox for many years, but I think people will very much want one of these.
I've also, these images dropped a while, like just like yesterday. I had seen it about a month and a half ago, so I'm already conditioned to look at it. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I'm already used to the look. The other thing is this one has like a serrated um, razor blade in it for some
and even
drama.
those existed.
Yeah, I go figure. I didn't either. I guess it makes sense. Maybe. Uh, but the ones I saw had like a standard blade in them, and it just looks very utilitarian.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's exactly what you would think from Hawk would do if you ask them to make a utility blade holder.
Well,
So
what's cool is like no one would ever see this coming. No one saw this coming at all. There was no,
yeah,
there's no. Uh, they're gonna do what they do, and there's no one's gonna tell them otherwise.
yes,
Uh,
absolutely. I mean that's how they always have been. They've never made
right.
a normal knife, like nothing
All,
even resembling normal at this point.
However, they did. It looks like they did give in, and now are going. All the Model 3s are going to be in titanium instead of 7000 series aluminum.
Wait, okay, so I generally ignore the deadlock updates that I get via email because I know I'm never going to buy a deadlock. But
Go to his Instagram and look
I
at the
did not
one
know
that.
they had changed that.
Yeah, so I remember talking. You can go back. in
When we
the
talked to them, we talked about that.
Yeah, and there's a
in
full
our
interview,
episode.
and there's a full interview that I did with Gavin about that. And I'm a big fan of 7000 series aluminum myself. I just think it makes a lot of sense. But I'm sure there was a demand for. Click on that one with the steel inlays that's engraved down one. This is one of the most beautiful OTFs I have ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, I
It
got a brief
is
glimpse of my calendar.
it is
Oopsies.
so gorgeous. And
Um,
that's a titanium frame. At first, I thought it was like a blasted, polished 7000 series aluminum, but no, that's a tie. Those are tie frames.
yeah, I don't know how engraving on aluminum would go.
No, those are inlays, so they're steel.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I was gonna say you really only get that with stainless steel, right?
Right. Those are inlays on the titanium, just like the carbon fiber were inlays on the aluminum. But that is something else, isn't it?
That is very nice. Um, I am, yeah. So
I
they're
assume
transitioning. Okay, they just throw that in there. Also, this is the first titanium model.
Yeah, I assume that because when I was talking to Gavin, there are a lot of benefits to using aluminum in OTF, friction and galling being part of that, and I'm sure that he's refined this model in the past year and a half or so,
Yeah.
so much that he is comfortable switching to titanium.
Here is a great explanation, which is that
Oh, there's an
so
explanation
aluminum
there.
was better, unsurprisingly, but they were having anodizing issues, and it caused more problems than making them out of titanium. So now they make all the people who thought aluminum was cheap happy by switching to titanium, and I guess it's less problems for them. So
Yeah, because
yeah,
that's the other thing too is like people thought 7000 treating 7000 series aluminum was a cheaper material. It really is not at the end of the day because they used a hard coat anodizing on them, so they were like really tough.
yeah.
Um,
But I guess it was
looks
more
like
problems.
basically
That's
what this
interesting.
basically what this means is I need to get another deadlock.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
What are deadlocks up to now? Is it like 11.99 or something?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's very reasonable for this night.
Yeah, I mean, who else is going to make you a deadlock? Like, Microtech debuted that new OTF, right? And it just has
Which
two
I kind of
buttons.
which I kind of like. I like the
But I
shape of it.
thought when they okay, yeah, no, it's nice. But when they were talking about it, or when they were teasing the release, I thought they had because we're talking about like a new patent or something. I
Right,
assumed
like
they
they
had
had,
come up
like,
with a
a-
deadlock
No,
facsimile.
just two
but-
buttons.
Yeah, I don't even.
It's
is this
that.
even
It's
the right?
right.
Is
It's
this
right
even the
there.
right?
Yeah, it was there.
Which one is it? They all look the same to me.
Scroll down one more scroll.
This one.
Center. Yeah, there it is.
Okay,
Actually,
yeah, the Glycon.
We're just making up words now.
Yeah. Okay, here's a static image of
I-
it. It's better.
I think it looks good.
Sure. Yeah, they make pretty good looking OTFs. They always
Yeah.
have. I thought this was going to be a
A
deadlock
game
competitor.
changer. No.
Yeah. I mean the button is cool. Now you don't have to buy a Benchmade Infidel if you want the top mounted button.
That button, that side button, looks really small. I'm wondering how the grip is.
Oh, especially with the Microtech the level of spring tension on their OTFs with a
and
small
with that,
button.
with that other lever coming down, is that gonna like skin your other fingers while you pull it down? I don't know.
You have to try them.
Maybe they've thought about this. I'm not sure.
This is their bread and butter. I would assume they've thought about it.
Right.
But who knows?
It looks good. I like it. I kind of want one.
I mean, look at Tony. He looks so happy about this. So I'm
What a
sure they're good.
cartoon. He's such a cartoon.
Tony Marfion. Fun.
Yeah, that's some great stuff right there.
Um,
There's a lot of neat stuff coming, but I want to wait till after Blade Show West. Some other stuff will probably be popping up. We can go over
the Spyderco new releases.
Spyderco new releases for fun.
Okay. This. I just wanted to point out. Apparently, this a new steal from Laren Thomas, who credits to him for single-handedly making people super interested in everything he does when it comes to knife steels. Apparently, he has its own Instagram page. Like Apex Ultra, this new forging steel that he's coming out with, has its own Instagram page. Like when did
Good
this?
for
Like
him.
this, Like Buhler Uhlenholm wishes they had their own page for M390. No, they don't. They probably sell so much industrial steel that it doesn't matter. But yeah,
You know,
good for Larry Thomas.
you know what the best thing about this not this blade steel is? It's the name.
Apex Ultra. I mean, like, here's the problem though. How do you follow it up when you give it a like insane name like Apex Ultra? You just run out of more magnificent descriptors
Words, yeah. Apex
afterwards.
Ultra 2.
It's just going to be like Omega Apocalypse Zenith Steel
Yes,
or something.
yes, exactly. Uber.
You have to start a little bit lower. Like maybe not Apex, but maybe really good steel. He should have
really
it.
good Ultra.
Good
Apex
for him.
Apex kind of okay.
Apex better than other things. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is best steel.
What was Brian's? What was the much cheaper version? I can't remember. The better price. The much better price.
More better price.
Yeah. There we go.
MBP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. I don't buy any hand forged knives, so I doubt it'll be super relevant to me. But we do have the Spyderco reveal.
Oh, they never disappoint with a cover. Look at that. Do
you know that one's pretty tame.
It is. I mean,
it's not a rocket ship. It's not doing anything weird. It's just a knife
it
on
was
some
just
ornamental cacti.
There was just something in the office. They just had this in the office, and we're like, toss one of the little freaking meerkat or whatever that.
I'm pretty sure their photographer is just like the middle school child of one of the employees.
Yes.
Who like just is really into cameras, and they're like, "Can you do this?" And then it's all his artistic direction.
This might be the worst catalog cover of all time.
No, the rocket ship one is absolutely the one where the sliver axe was a rocket ship is absolutely the worst.
No, that's the best.
Oh, true. Yes, I forgot the Spyderco scale of covers is inverted.
Yes.
Here we go. This is more what I expect.
Yeah. What the hell? Is that like that's just another one of those little rock garden fountains that you see in like some of the like a Chinese restaurant or something?
Yeah. Starting off with good.
Yeah, those are both.
I'll be honest.
Good.
The Stretch 2XL is great. I like it a lot. And in crew wear with grade G10, that's typical Spyderco.
Yeah, I want that. That looks good. And what's
the
this?
Endura? The Endura. I mean, there's like, yeah, sure. I don't know. The Endura has been around so long, it's not as interesting to me. But I do like the Stretch 2XL.
It does look
at least a little bit newer.
It looks a little challenging, like it could be called the Endurpa. But I like.
Yeah, it's something about how high like the edge
it
starts
steps,
compared to
steps from where the
It just looks like it's been sharpened too many times.
Yes.
I have a feeling though that's going to be the entire catalog though. Spyderco is certainly playing it conservative.
Is this the small native done
as
a little native? Yeah.
It's a Wharncliffe now. That's very different.
Yeah.
All right.
These are the same knives as always.
No, the Leaf Jumper, I believe, might be new. And by new, I mean it's identical to everything else they've done. It's just, I don't know. It's another leaf-shaped blade made in Japan. I guess shout out to Spyderco for single-handedly keeping the Japanese folding knife market or knife industry alive at this point. I mean, think of it. What's another company you can think of that makes some knives in Japan that isn't Rockstead?
No, I can't. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Most of them are bad.
That is true.
Siren looks awful.
I don't love it. I'm gonna be honest. We can't see the prices, so that's also one thing. I'll have to look those up.
Let's assume they all start at around $300 and go up from there.
CPM 15V.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. 15% vanadium. That is wild shit right there.
I had a bunch of people DM me about this.
I mean, I can't imagine a situation where I need a steel with 15% vanadium.
No, someone's gonna want that.
That's absolute. Jake is probably gonna want
that. Chris Kelly wants one. Our buddy.
Does he work in like a warehouse and he's just cutting cardboard constantly?
He's a electrical installer, so he cuts.
I don't know. I think so. I dare not say anything about knife steels at this point because people know so much more than I do. But I'm pretty sure 15% vanadium is not going to make this the toughest steel in the world. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
I got one of these in the Going Gear premium box, like not this one with the Damascus.
Yeah, not the Damasteel version, because this one's $700 or something.
Yeah, it's pretty nice for an Italian, because it's it's a lockback, so it works.
It's just I don't know.
You
know what? I'm pretty. Oh,
we're done.
Backpack.
There we go.
A backpack.
Backpack. I mean, can you imagine sending your kid to school with that?
With the Spyderco backpack?
Yeah.
They're gonna get hit with the what are those? Yeah. Immediately. Oh, all right.
Well, that's
it.
That was. I'm sorry we wasted your time, everybody.
Yeah.
You want me to talk about the stuff I'm selling a little longer? It actually is a little more interesting than that Spyderco catalog.
Yeah, that was not that interesting. Sorry, guys. No. Well, you know what? What else have we? I feel like we should save the Chris Reeve price increase talk until
Chris Reeve is
full
on the
episode, or until Tim Reeve is on the show. I mean,
they had to put up Reeve, but Tim Reeve, you know what I meant.
The son of. They had to put up a entire blog post to try and explain this, because people were freaking out that they increased their prices for the first time in years, when Spyderco brings them up every year.
I don't know why it was such a big deal. It seemed inevitable. Like,
yes, right? Like, you see, they should have just price creeped it like Spyderco does with the tooling costs increase every year.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about that in the main episode, because that's certainly worthy of discussion.
Yes.
You know what I do want to talk to you about?
Tell me.
Is the Hephaestus. And why do Chinese companies keep making incredibly intricate, well-made, but absurd overbuilt knives like this? Like, what? Who wants these still?
They sell. They sold out. They're gone.
That's crazy. It's 12 ounces, as I recall.
Casuals love. I mean, to be honest, I'm super impressed with this thing.
I'm sure it's made amazingly.
It's amazing. It's incredible. I want to get it modded. I asked Serge to do it, but he's like, I'm too busy. I would love to do it, but I wanted to get like the whole Serge Panchenko aesthetic going on this. I thought it would look incredible.
12 goddamn ounces.
Yep.
And didn't they just release didn't they just have the Sandstorm, which was approximately the same weight and also gigantic and overbuilt?
The Sandstorm is an integral that's actually thinner than this. It's pretty cool. And then if you go back, they sent me another knife, which is the complete opposite of these.
I don't know who.
And you can't see where I'm pointing. Below the lamella.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yes. It's a beautiful slip joint.
They're just like throwing it against the wall.
Look how thin. They can do it. You know what I mean? Their manufacturing prowess is pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're good. I just like, goddamn,
look at the blade on that. It's great.
Yeah, that is very nice. I just I don't get the gigantic things like the Hephaestus, which are just crazy. Just, I don't know. I guess I thought we were past that point in the knife world, like the 12-ounce folders, but
it's making a comeback.
Ugh.
Riot's got that gigantic thing coming too.
Oh no, this is the darkest timeline we are entering. What giant thing does Riot have?
We've been in the darkest timeline for quite some time.
That's true. Which all these look like they're 10 years old at this point, or it feels like that.
Let's see if they even have
it.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, 1000.
I have a video of it on my account from Blade Show.
Yeah, it's probably better than this one, which looks like it's someone filmed a TV, like a VHS tape of this.
You notice like all Chinese like factory videos are always like the worst thing in the world.
At least they can send videos out. Let's see. It's probably a Blade Show, right? Yeah. I just don't get who, like, I didn't think the market existed in 2022 for these.
I have people hitting me up constantly about trying to buy this knife from me.
All right. I guess gigantic overbuilt knives are back in.
You know?
Sad. Very sad.
You know, for someone like me, I like having bonkers stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's not the knife. I mean, I carry what? I have some leaf-shaped Spyderco, you know? Or...
Yeah.
Or, yeah, see, it looks exactly the same as that. It's like the same kind of
These
idea.
Are neat.
Even the blade is similar.
These are neat if money is like no object and you don't need to like you pick your knives based on how cool they are and not on, I don't know, some other principle about utility or something. I don't know.
I mean,
For me, I don't have
even if
limited
money is no object, believe me, money is an object for me.
Yes.
but
But if you were a collector,
that's where I am in. I'm definitely in that camp of knife collecting at this point.
Yeah, I would absolutely have stupid knives. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
not
I
like
want
this
that.
one specifically, but if I
Yeah.
could afford it, I would get knives that are stupid. But because I can't, I tend towards things like this that are,
Did you
know,
did you get one
practical.
of these?
The tagged out? No, I'm waiting for someone to release OEM scales for it. Oh, not OEM, someone to release third party scales for it.
Right. I mean, I want Death Grip scales to make ones for this. The chances of him doing another product anytime soon is always like
I think he's doing okay with the ones that he has, but also
but
I don't know what.
I think he still makes the best stuff. I really do.
Absolutely, it's great, but
Yeah.
I guess I that Benchmade cease and desist might have chilled people from changing.
I do want
all.
one of these. Maybe I'll hit up one of our partners.
Oh, it's true.
For that. Oh, we're officially a Civivi partner.
Are we?
We have our own link for Civivi knives.
Oh, neat.
Which is pretty nice. Doesn't really do it much good, but I'm proud to say that their new stuff is absolutely spectacular. They sent me this thing, which is I've the only Civivi that I actually really enjoyed is the Praxis, which was one of their first models.
Yeah.
And this new version, I mean, I took it out of the box and actually went, wow.
Yeah.
Like, how a lot of affordable knives, the coating, if they're black, they always look so cheap.
Yeah.
This is the same level of coating that you get on a WE knives. Like it's that matte finish with that light stone wash. And the scales are finished super nice. They coated the liners, the backspacer.
I think they're just creeping towards Civivi just being the same thing as we at this point. Right. They started releasing some of these in higher end steels too.
Yeah, I think those are still well under $100.
Yeah, I know they just recently they released one in like S35 yen. They released one M390. I don't know if you have a video of Civivi's booth at Blade.
I did do a video.
Someone said they had some cool. Someone in the chat just said they had. Some
we
stuff
actually have people in the chat watching this.
There are 19 concurrent viewers. We are really
no way. I'm going on like this, like no one is actually watching. Thank you for joining us.
It's mostly them talking to each other. So.
Oh, that makes sense.
But thanks everyone for watching at a very, very weird time, both for East Coast and West Coast.
Yeah, no, that's I appreciate that very much. Thank you. The next I will tell. Well, we got some people in here. The next Patreon giveaway is the Best Tech. It's a really good one. What's it called?
The one with the bolster and the backlock?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I do not remember the name, but I know it's this. Tonic.
Yeah. It's an amazing knife, and the build quality is
really
out of
quite
control
good now.
Out of control. Yeah. And this is an expensive knife. I think these are like $350.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
really?
Maybe I might be 305, 350. I can't remember. But these carbon fiber ones are the ones to have.
Oh, okay, but this they didn't design this. This is in partnership with someone else.
Yes, with CM Knife Designs. Nice guy.
Yeah, okay, so that makes sense why it's a little bit more than.
Well, what's funny is I met him at Blade Show and he handed me the prototype and I fell in love with it. And I said, even then, I knew I wanted to get one of these to give away to a patron because it's one of these knives that people are going to overlook, and then when they get it, they're going to be very, very happy with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is not something someone is rushing to the stores to buy these days with the current trends, but if it's as good as you say it is, I bet someone will be very pleasantly surprised when they get it.
There's a bearing, I think, in the blade and on the, I can't remember how it works.
Is it on the?
It's actually
on the lock.
It's so on the lock itself, so it actually drops. Yeah, it's a very smooth, and you can flick it open. It works very, very nicely.
That's neat.
And once you break the one that he had in at Blade Show was really broken in, and you could finger flick it. You could do whatever you wanted with it. But this was fresh out of the box.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, sign up for a Patreon. Yeah, $25 a month tier.
China D2 for you tier.
Yep.
And like I said, if you're there's some cool stuff coming that usually never makes it out of Patreon sales. So if you're interested in some of the KMP stuff that's coming up, jump in there. It's also pretty much my sole income at the moment.
I gotta go soon, but I definitely want to
Yeah,
touch on this before we stop.
yeah,
You got a Lamella. I can't. These are 350.
yeah.
That is less money than I expected.
It is phenomenal.
I
Easily one of my favorite knives of the year, without bar none. I'm glad I sent it to you to look at because
I
you're going to
am
fall in love with it.
delighted.
You're going to,
As the number one Reich knife stand in the world, I will take that title.
yeah.
Hold on, where's the photo of them opening their new office with fireworks and shit?
Oh my God.
There's our man.
So I actually, I talk to Richard Wu's brother all the time. So he lives here in the United States, and
This is
that's how I got the inside scoop on when these were coming. So he hit me up.
okay.
He's like, "Yo, I just got the lamellas."
What does he do besides
Why?
making knives? There is
Why
no
do?
way that just making some knives bought
Why
this
do?
building.
Why do his fireworks have tracer fire?
I don't know. I think he's got to be. I'm just gonna guess he's a secret agent. That's my only guess for what he's doing.
I don't look at that beautiful building.
Right? Like, what are they making the knives in there? What is he doing? Who
That
knows
might
what
be
this
just
man does?
that might be his home. New
That
office
would
building.
be pretty neat. Okay, well, I am
Look
excited
at
for
how
the
gorgeous
not for
that.
this thing.
Yeah, I kind of want
What the
one
fuck
anyway.
is this?
So this is done by the same guy who did. This guy is amazing because he does designs that are super clean and beautiful, and he does these crazy, wacky things. What's his name?
Is it this name that is no longer available?
No, because leave it to Reich to not put the
Tad
guy's name in there.
person.
But it's the same guy who did the cyber knife that I have.
Oh, the cyber tricks or whatever. Yeah.
Cyber, yeah, yeah,
All right. Well, I'm very excited to look at the lamella. I mean,
yeah. You'll be getting that along with your scales. So just so you know, the scales are wrapped in the microfiber cloth that are next to the lamella, and it's not in a Reich pouch. I just had a pouch that was sitting there, so
okay.
so just when you get it, that's what's happening. Yeah, it's great. It's a great knife. I love it so much.
I am looking forward to it.
Yes.
All right.
But thank you everybody who joined us live for this.
Yes.
We only did this live so that we could get it up quickly.
Yeah, so we
and
didn't have to
efficiently.
do any editing.
So we didn't have to do any editing. We didn't really expect people to show up, but I wanted to say thank you to everybody who did. That's very, very cool of you guys. And stay tuned because we'll actually have some good content coming up within the next 30 days or so. So thanks for
Yes.
sticking with us. And if you have any questions or just want to reach out, just hit me up on Instagram. That's the best way to get me.
Click
Also,
on
if you're a
affiliate
patron,
links.
one more thing. Yeah, please use our affiliate links. If you're a patron in the $5 or up tier and you didn't get your swag pack yet, I do this. This is my every other month sort of announcement. Please send me a DM, preferably not on Patreon. Do it. You can send an email to knifenutspodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM me at Knife Nuts Podcast on Instagram. Confirm your address with me, and I'll get you a swag pack sticker or sticker, depending on your tier, ASAP. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll be back soon.
Yeah. Cool. See you guys.
Bye-bye.